This leads to the question, there must be an advantage to supercharging, right? Well, yes. In positive displacement superchargers, they aren't limited by the boost threshold like a turbocharger is. The boost threshold is the minimum exhaust pressure you need to spool the turbocharger to make positive manifold pressure a boost. With superchargers, they can make boost right off of idle since they are directly connected to the crankshaft, and every rotation of the blower feeds the engine with a certain volume of air. Also, no lag. Lag is different from boost threshold, where it's the time delay to when the turbocharger reaches its desired boost pressure once it's above the threshold. Smaller turbochargers have less rotational mass, therefore they can spool quicker, but lag can't be completely eliminated. Now, supercharging isn't purely an American thing. Cars like the E55 AMG with its 5.4-liter V8 compressor was supercharged. In fact, 7 other models use the M113K engine. The Audi S4 3.0T had a supercharged V6 that was used throughout Audi's lineup, and even Japanese cars like the first generation MR2 had superchargers. But why the transition? Well, in the last 15 years, turbocharger technology has gotten good, really good. Well, the introduction of the hot V engine configuration really changed the game for European cars. This is where the turbochargers are inside the engine valley and the intake and exhaust ports are flipped. Exhaust gases that feed the turbocharger travel much shorter distances and retain a lot of heat and energy, also decreasing turbo lag. The added benefit is the compactness of this design, and the turbochargers are much easier to service. Where superchargers fall short is the inherent parasitic loss. It takes power to turn the supercharger to give boost, inherently taking away from the overall output. Turbochargers, on the other hand, use the kinetic energy of the exhaust gases to spin the turbine connected to a compressor and then add to the overall engine output, much more efficient. There's 2 main reasons why high horsepower American cars are typically supercharged versus turbocharged. First is technology comes at a cost. The more expensive it is to manufacture, the higher the end cost of the vehicle, and the American cars sit at a sweet spot of capability for the price. Like the Camaro ZL1, it's around $70,000 and can wipe plenty of $150,000 to $200,000 supercars on a racetrack. But if it were $150,000, nobody would buy it because it doesn't have the same prestige as like a Porsche or McLaren.